Hey everyone, in today's video, I want to answer a very simple question that I'm asked all the time. How much Social Security is taxable? Understanding how to do this calculation for yourself is critical if you are planning for or already living in retirement. I'm going to keep today's video simple. I don't want to obfuscate this with any unnecessary information. I'm going to cover how to figure out how much Social Security is taxable and leave the conversation of how to reduce or eliminate this tax to another video. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. That way you'll know as soon as I release a new video. So before we jump into today's video, I want to ask you a question. Do you think Social Security should be taxable? Just leave your comments down below and I look forward to reading them. I don't always get the chance to respond, but I do read them. Okay, so the broad overview of taxes on Social Security is that somewhere between 0% and 85% of your benefit payments could be counted as taxable income. The formula that determines this is progressive, so everyone has a different percentage that is taxable. To determine the percentage that applies to your specific and unique scenario, the IRS uses your combined income and applies it to a threshold table, which tells you the results of how much of your benefit amount is taxable. So the first thing you have to know is how to count up your combined income that will be applied to the threshold table. This is very simple. According to IRS Publication 915, you simply count all of your income plus 1/2 of your Social Security. Now, this is not on an individual basis. If you are married, you need to put everything together. Now, one interesting note here. One thing that is not included in the combined income calculation are distributions from a Roth IRA, but everything else is. So let's walk through an example with a married couple that has $30,000 in IRA distributions, $12,000 from pension payments, $10,000 in dividends, and a combined Social Security benefit of $40,000. All of this income counts, but keep in mind that only half of the Social Security payment counts. So when you sum this up, this couple would have a combined income of $72,000. Once you know the specific amount of combined income, you simply add it to the threshold tables to determine the percentage of your personal Social Security, which will be taxable. Now, it's very important to note that much like the rest of the tax system, there are separate tables for singles and those who are married filing jointly. So I want to cover these threshold tables and then walk through an example to show you exactly how this works. Let's cover the amounts for singles first. If your combined income is less than $25,000, then none of your Social Security benefit will be taxable. Once your combined income exceeds $25,000, then up to 50% of your benefit is taxable. If your income exceeds $34,000, then up to 85% of your benefit may be taxable. So before we move on to the example, let's cover the threshold table for those who are married filing jointly. If your combined income is less than $32,000, then none of your Social Security benefit will be taxable. Once your combined income exceeds $32,000, then up to 50% of your benefit is taxable. And if your income exceeds $44,000, then up to 85% of your benefit may be taxable. Quick note on these threshold amounts. They are not indexed for inflation, so unless something changes, you can use these amounts for any year in the future. So now that we've covered how to calculate combined income and talked about the threshold tables, let's walk through an example of how this works. And let's go back to the couple who has $30,000 in IRA distributions, $12,000 from pension payments, $10,000 in dividends, and a household Social Security benefit of $40,000 for a total combined income of $72,000. So applying that to the threshold table for married filing jointly looks like this. The first $32,000 of combined income has no effect. It doesn't add any Social Security benefits to taxable income. But then we have this $12,000 band between $32,000 and $44,000 where 50% is counted. So that band adds $6,000. Then we have the amount of combined income that is greater than $44,000, which is countable at 85%. And in the example of a married couple with $72,000 in combined income, there's $28,000 that falls above that threshold, and that counts at 85%, which adds $23,800. So then you simply sum up the results of those bands, and you have the total amount of Social Security benefits that are taxable. For this couple, $29,800 of their $40,000 benefit is taxable. That works out to be about 75%. And that's the broad overview of calculating how much Social Security is taxable, but there's still more you need to know. So before you leave, be sure to subscribe so you'll be notified when I release a new video. Thanks for watching.